Yes. Getting back to our former conversation, Satan, the enemy, baits people who influence people. These are the ones he really wants to bait. If you don't influence nobody in your sphere, then she don't influence nobody, and you don't need messing with her. But he will bait people who influence people. If you just look at social media, look at your surroundings, your coworkers, your people that you hang with, and you say something, they're on you. They want to hear you because you influence their life. If you're posting encouraging things, they want to hear you. They want to see that. That helps them. I mean, you have a little bell on Facebook. Ding! Somebody just posted something. Oh, I have that for Sister Mona. When she posts something, I want to see it. I want to get on it. I want to see just what she posts. Just from being on social media, you influence so many people that you never meet. And some of them you do meet because you do get like prayer requests or something in your inbox. You get a request for somebody. And why do you get? Because you're influencing them. You're influencing them on behalf of the Lord. And that's a good thing. So, and also too, the other side of that coin, you also influence them in the negative as well. You got to watch it. You got to watch out for the enemy. He is cunning. The person that's doing the posting is probably not even, they're so overcome in their emotions and their feelings. Sometimes they put things on Facebook for public opinion. Next thing you know, people who are of influence other people start commenting, and then those friends they're friends with because you are influencing or an influencer. They listen to you. They jump on it. I'm telling you, you got to be careful. It's the enemy doing that. He's manipulating social media. And he does that. He manipulates social media to his own pleasure, to his own. And then he sits back. He sees the bickering back and forth. And then he sits back with his legs crossed. I'm serious. And laugh. Look at them fools. Look at them. I'm controlling this whole thing. Look at them. Oh, they said this. Oh, they responded this way. Oh, man, I got them now. I'm serious. This is the way it happens. And it happens so quick and so fast. You think you are just responding. And you're being baited by the enemy. And you're falling into a fleshly trap because they touched a trigger that made you mad. They touched something that rose up in you that you thought you did not even have anymore. It's the devil. Don't fall for it. Don't fall into that. Don't fall for it, honey. I'm telling you, don't do it. Because once you do that, then, I've even seen it with people who pretend stuff. I've seen people pretend they were in an accident just so they can get some sympathy. And they get like 100 people. Oh my, oh, I'm praying for you. Mm-hmm. And then the next day, even sometimes the same day, they got makeup on, they get ready to do a show. Come on. And then you're like, oh, gee, they were okay. I'm telling you, don't fall for that. Some people, I'm gonna tell you, when people make statements on a post, read between the lines. I'm serious. Read between the lines. Know what it is they're really saying. And if that person is a friend of yours on Facebook and you're friends even outside of Facebook and you want to respond to them, inbox them. You don't have to put your response. You can respond without being in the public eye. Inbox them. Tell them what you think about their posts. And have your conversation. It's not like you can't have your conversation. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, don't fall into the fleshly trap that the enemy sets on Facebook public, or Facebook just between you and your friends. If you're a person that influences people are going to look at what you post, what you respond, and take it and run with it. Be careful. And that's all really that I'm trying to say, is be careful. Think before you respond. And if you think your response is, when you think your response is out of your feelings for what somebody else posted, inbox them. Inbox them. Have a conversation. Call them on the phone. Have a conversation. In fact, approach them. Meet them. Talk to them face to face. Have a conversation. Because that impersonal thing, I don't see you so I can just turn you off kind of thing, when I'm sick of hearing you or looking at what you're saying or how you're responding, I'm just gonna turn you off. Flip the switch, turn you off, which solves absolutely nothing. Nothing. So you have to be careful in how you respond to people. You have to be careful, and you don't know how close to the edge someone is. You just don't even know that, because you're not having a conversation. You're having a call and response kind of thing. You're responding to something that somebody posted. So unless it's a spiritual thing, because that's what gets your juices flowing spiritually, is when somebody posts a spiritual thing. And I've seen it time and time again. I can see a post and it touches me really deeply. And when it touches me so deeply, that's a spiritual thing that's going on. That's a spiritual connection. And by the same token, if somebody puts something on there really, really harsh or negative, then that touches my flesh. And your flesh rises up. What's she talking about? Who's she talking about? What's she saying? What's she talking about that? Hey, come on now. You're including me in that? Blah, 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 blah. You know, it's a fleshly thing that rises up in us. And we have to be careful. What overrides our spirit? Because the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God, pulling down stronghold. Because if you know that then there's a stronghold there, then going back and forth at it is not going to help it. And so we know the word, but sometimes we just need a reminder to do the word in every situation. And we think that didn't involve the word of God. Everything you do, every step you take, every post you make, all of it has to do with God. Because He has a hand on your life. So I'm saying, like the Instagram guy who's over Instagram, I don't know his name, I don't remember his name, but recently they were interviewing him, and he is taking a step where before people post what you post, take a minute, read it again. Are you sure you want to post this? Are you sure you want to just slam everybody? Maybe you just want to slam one person. And if you want to slam one person, then qualify it. Inbox that person. Call that person. Because that's a friend of yours. You got their phone number. Call them, meet them, talk to them face to face. You know, don't hide behind your post. Many times I've wanted to do it, and I have put posts on something that made me angry or upset and really touched me in that negative way and brought brought about a lot of negative energy. And I had to say, okay. And I actually sometimes post it. And then like 2 seconds later, I'm like, oh my God, what did I just do? Get it off, Mona. Take it off. And don't you know that's the very time that the delete don't work? Whoops, I'm sorry. I'm trying to delete this post, but it won't go. Whoops. You get that. And you're like, oh my God. I gotta get that off there. And that's what happened. This is your drive-by. And I think that sometimes we just don't think about it. And then we're sorry. And then it's too late. People jumped on the bandwagon. Influencers are on there now. Influencing their friends. And their friends. And their friends. I mean, I've seen post responses go way, way long from one negative thing. A negative post about your family. A negative post about your church family. Negative posts about your friends. I've seen it. I've seen like countless people jump on it. Like 50, 47, 50 people. Oh yeah, I did that. Oh yeah, I know what you're doing, man. But that's not something you would do if you didn't have Facebook. If there was no Facebook, you wouldn't have nowhere to post this stuff. And if you had a beef with someone, you called them up. You talked with them. You met with them. You hashed it out. You resolved it or not. But at least nobody was involved but the 2 of you. Or the 3 of you. Or however many it was. It wasn't you and 50, 60, 70, 80 people involved in your conversation. So we have to be conscious of that. You may think nobody looks at your post. You may think that nobody follows you. You may think that nobody is aware. People are aware. Because you're putting it in the public. They're aware. They're aware. And then when they see you, they're like, oh, there she is. She's the one who posted that stuff. Be careful. Be careful. Take a minute. Breathe. Should I respond to this? Or should I post this? Take a minute. Call a friend. Call your pastor. Call someone you have confidence in, that they don't run their mouth about your business. Call them and say, you know what, I'm getting ready to post something that's going to blow somebody out of the water. Is that really what you want to do? Really? After years of friendship, years of caring, years of having a good relationship, you're going to let one post destroy everything that you built up between you? Without talking, without saying anything. The post is over, the responses are over, so there's that. And then throw your hands up. I don't have to see that person no more. I don't have to talk to them no more. I'm going to another church. I'm going to another job. I ain't going nowhere with them no more. They can have all the outings they want to have. I ain't going to them. I ain't going to no more women's meetings. I don't want to hear so-and-so saying nothing. I ain't going to no picnic with them. This is what happens. And you might have been friends with that person for a long time. In fact, they may be responsible for part of your growth in God. And you've ended it. All because you took the bait. On both sides, you took the bait. Don't take